Today I'm going to talk about the nodes. So everyone has a north node and a south node in their birth charts, and it'll be in different houses and different signs. So I want to go over some of them with you guys. And first we're going to start with if you have the north node in the first house. If you have north node in the first house, first you also look at who rules that house. Aries rules that house or lives in that house. Develop independence, courageousness, spontaneity, and self-awareness. That would be your destiny. That's something that you will be here to learn about. And North Node in the second house, which is ruled by Taurus, means your destiny is to learn how to develop strong values, self-worth, connection with the earth and the senses, patience, and loyalty. And then North Node in the third house, or who rules third house, Gemini lives there, right? Develop curiosity, listening skills, openness to new ideas and other perspectives. North Node in the fourth house, which Cancer lives in, means that your destiny will be to learn to develop empathy, the ability to notice and validate feelings, humility and awareness and acceptance of others' feelings and moods. Having North Node in your fifth house, where Leo lives, your destiny will be developing self-confidence, creativity and self-expression, willingness to stand out, and a sense of playfulness and fun. If you have North Node in the sixth house, which that's where Virgo lives, it means that your destiny is to develop a sense of service, more focus on routines and detail, moderation, and compassionate action. If you have North Node in your seventh house, Libra lives there. And that means that your mission is to develop the ability to collaborate. And then diplomacy, awareness of the needs of others, how to live and work with others, and sharing. If you have North Node in the eighth house, then Scorpio lives in that house. And your destiny is to develop less attachment to material worth and have awareness of others, psychological desires and motives, and sharing power dynamics. If you have North Node in your ninth house, then Sagittarius lives there. And your mission is to develop awareness of and trust in your own intuition and guidance from Source or God, sense of adventure and self-trust, and awareness of higher consciousness. If you have North Node in your 10th house, then Capricorn lives there. Your mission is to develop self-control and respect, taking the mature role in situations, responsibility, and dependence on yourself. If you have North Node in the 11th house, then Aquarius lives there. So your mission is to learn from Aquarius and develop self-approval and a willingness to share inventive and unconventional ideas, the ability to work in groups and to connect with humanity in an egalitarian and humanitarian way, and ability to connect with like-minded people. North Node in the 12th house, you will have to learn from Pisces. And that means your mission is to develop compassion, trust in and surrender to Source or God, and collective creation principle, unconditional love, spiritual path, self-reflective practices. So the nodes are always opposing each other. They will always be on the opposite ends of each other because the North Node represents your mission here in this life, and the South Node is supposed to represent your past life experience that you've already learned and gone through. So we're going to look at the South Node in different houses now. And I'll just refer to it as your old self, your old life. So if you have your old life or your South Node in the first house, work to lessen the grip of the habits of impulsiveness, unhealthy selfishness, anger issues, and over-assertiveness. And then having a South Node in the second house means work to lessen stubborn tendencies, resistance to change, over-attachment to ownership and accumulation of material possessions, overeating, and other overindulgences. Having South Node in the 3rd house means that work to lessen the impact of indecisiveness, the belief that you always need more information or more study before acting, ignoring intuition and trusting others' opinions and ideas over your own. And having South Node in the 4th house means work to lessen dependence on others, insecurity, manipulative use of emotions, risk avoidance, and attachment to fears and safety. South Node in the 5th house means work to lessen the need for others' adulation and approval, sense of entitlement, risk-taking, and melodramatic tendencies. Having South Node in the 6th house, work to lessen the tendencies to be giving to the point of self-sacrifice, difficulties receiving from others, analysis paralysis, anxiety and worry, and being overly critical. Having South Node in the 7th house means work to lessen the habits of selflessness, playing nice to the detriment of yourself and others, codependence, and only being able to see the self through the eyes of others. If you have South Node in the 8th house, work to lessen obsessive or compulsive habits, preoccupation with the motivations and actions of others, hyperactivity and irritation with others, and attraction to crisis situations. If you have South Node in your 9th house, work to lessen the habits of being dogmatic and self-righteous, not listening to what others are really saying and talking over others and speaking before thinking it through. South Node in the 10th house means work to lessen the need to be in control of and responsible for everything and everyone, needing to appear strong at all times and being too goal-focused. And then South Node in the 11th house means work to lessen the habit of detaching from emotional situations and appearing cold, avoiding confrontation, and tending to shapeshift to fit in with the crowd so you feel accepted rather than embracing your individuality. South Node in the 12th house means work to lessen oversensitivity and playing victim, tendencies to withdraw and give up easily, extreme escapism and avoidance of the real world, and self-doubt. So after going over all those, be sure to look at where your North Node and your South Node is. I'll go ahead and read mine. So my North Node is in the 8th house of Scorpio. So that means I have much to learn from Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio. Scorpionic themes are my destiny in a way. So it says, develop less attachment to material worth, awareness of others, learning to be aware, have awareness of others' psychological desires and motives, and sharing, learning to share power dynamics. Then that means my South Node, 6 houses away, is going to be in my 2nd house. 2nd house, South Node says, work to lessen stubborn tendencies and resistance to change, over-attachment to ownership and accumulation of material possessions, overeating, and other overindulgences. So I'd like to know where your North Node and South Node is. I'd be very, very curious to find that out. If you'd like to share, please do comment below and tell me where your North Node and South Node is. And I'll see you guys later.